Got me hot. Yeah. Got me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of BroTalk Live, the best show in late night for you by us. I don't have my mic on. BroTalk Live, we back on the mark. It's your main man Jason in the director's seat as usual. Thanks for tuning in on Tuesday night with the crew. There, my man Dex. What up, bro?
Dex here, super excited to be here. So guys, listen, I today was on social media and I realized that we're not supposed to be friends with people on social media that we went to grade school with. There is no reason, because there's really no reason. First of all, everybody's super opinionated these days, but there's no reason that I should be getting political opinions or financial thoughts from a person who I've witnessed eat paste. Like, you used to eat glue in school, and now you're on social media telling me who I should be voting for and what I should be looking out for, and why a 50-year mortgage makes sense. And I have to witness this stuff, but like, I shouldn't know you. We should have no connection with each other. Social media is the devil.
What kind of friend did you grow up with, Dex? None of my friends ate paste as kids.
People, I didn't say we were friends. I said these are people that I went to school with. So there's people in like elementary school. You know, the person in elementary school that eats paste and does like crazy stuff or whatever. Like, those people grew up to have opinions.
No.
Yeah, they have families. They were really, you know.
I never grew up. Honestly, I never grew up with anybody that ate paste.
So you didn't. So no one in your elementary school was weird.
I had people eat paste in elementary school.
I mean, like, everybody has, except for Eric, I guess.
No. I grew. No, we did. They didn't eat paste. I grew up with lead babies. So.
Oh my God.
Now, okay. Now think about that. The lead babies have opinions, and they're putting opinions out on social media, and you have to see that. We're not supposed to be subjected to that.
Not fair.
Like you were born with crack in your system, and now you have opinions. Like,
respectfully.
Good God, Dex. Damn, Dex, you just go off the rails.
Because you made me. You should have just stuck with the pace that we would have had to go there.
I ain't grew up with no crack babies. I grew up in the crack era, but we ain't had no crack babies.
Okay, we don't want to put slurs out there to the communities, but we do welcome everybody into the show. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Eric, are you good? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm super excited, like Dex today. You know, I logged on to my FB page, and guess what? Me and my best friend have been friends for 11 years today. That's great.
Today?
Wow.
Today, Dex, we've been friends for 11 years.
Better put a ring on it.
Yeah, come on now.
He always knows how to take it too far.
Don't he?
All right, we have a lot to get to tonight. This is going to be this is our last show of the season. If you guys are just tuning in today, I'm sorry, but this is our last show before the BroTalk Awards. Last show, tongue in cheek, whatever you want to call it. Sorry,
don't do that again.
No,
do it again. Wait, actually, do that again. Right. Do that again.
Right. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, we do have the nomination special coming up, and we do have the BroTalk Awards coming up. So it's not like the last time you'll see us. This is the last formal episode of BroTalk for the year. So we're going to tie up a lot of loose ends, and we're going to start with what, Dex?
Politics as usual.
Politics as usual.
All right, tonight, my God, political reckoning inside of the Democratic Party after a group of Senate Democrats broke ranks to end the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. 8 Democrats, pictured here, joined Republicans to pass a deal that reopens the government, but without securing new funding for healthcare subsidies that millions of Americans rely on. The compromise, which ended up passing 60-40 in the Senate, restores federal pay and social programs, but leaves the future of those health subsidies uncertain. Senator Chuck Schumer, the minority leader, opposed the deal publicly, but members of his own caucus defied him, saying that the shutdown had gone too far. Critics within the party now say that Schumer has lost control And some, including Governor Gavin Newsom, are calling his leadership, quote unquote, pathetic. Others defend Schumer, arguing that he held the line as long as he could, and that the real issue lies in a divided party unsure how to confront the Trump administration, which was obvious in these statements that were given earlier. Now, I just want to preface these statements by saying, look, a lot of people are upset, and a lot of people are, felt like they were waiting, for a reason. And they thought that the Democrats standing up to Trump was the answer to all of this. And turns out the Democrats, some Democrats didn't think that was the message at all, including this person, not a Democrat, but an independent. But he's kind of speaking for Democrats who might have gone the other way.
Back to what the strategy was at the beginning of the shutdown, there were two goals, both of which I support. One was standing up to Donald Trump. The other was getting some resolution on the ACA premium tax credit issue. The problem was the shutdown wasn't accomplishing either goals, and there was there was zero likelihood that it was going to. In terms of standing up to Donald Trump, the shutdown actually gave him more power. Exhibit A being what he's done with SNAP and SNAP benefits across the country. Oh, by the way, Joe, you're going to love this. Guess who's getting paid during the shutdown? Not the park rangers or air traffic controllers, the ICE agents. Under special law, under that big, awful bill that they passed last summer, the ICE agents are being paid. Nobody else is. So standing up to Donald Trump didn't work. It actually gave him more power.
Wow, standing up to Trump didn't work. That's what they said, Dex. Standing up to Trump didn't work. Wow. But some, including Bernie Sanders, they think otherwise. They think that the stakes are too high, just to let everything stand where they are right now. Here's what Bernie had to say shortly after news had broke that these Democrats had defected.
Go back to what?
Sorry. Here we go.
8 Democrats voted with the Republicans to allow them to go forward on this continuing resolution. And to my mind, this was a very, very bad vote. What it does, first of all, is it raises healthcare premiums for over 20 million Americans by doubling, and in some cases tripling or quadrupling. People can't afford that when we're already paying the highest prices in the world for healthcare. Number 2, it paves the way for 15 million people to be thrown off of Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act. Studies show that will mean that some 50,000 Americans will die every year unnecessarily. And all of that was done to give $1 trillion in tax breaks to the 1%. As everybody knows, just on Tuesday, we had an election all over this country. And what the election showed is that the American people want us to stand up to Trumpism, to his war against working class people, to his authoritarianism. That is what the American people wanted, but tonight, that is not what happened.
So that's the question. I mean, where does this leave Democrats heading into the midterms? It seemed like last week we talked about the potential for Democrats to be able to use this shutdown as leverage in order to say to the voting public, hey, this is what Republicans do when they get in office. They're trying to starve you out. You know what I'm saying? We had to stand our ground because we wanted to fight for healthcare for you. That's what we proposed their rallying cry be. But, when people leave that, where does that leave Democrats heading into next year's midterm? Did reopening the government without securing healthcare guarantees, show weakness? So what do you think, Dex? Better or worse than they were a week ago? Because some would say they reopened the government. Sorry, you're muted. Some would say they reopened the government. So that's a plus, but they didn't get anything while they were closed, right?
Yeah, I think what's bizarre and a little weird about it to me, and it's hard to really get like a full-on opinion about it because everybody didn't agree. There's only 8 of them that decided, like, yes, we're going to go ahead and vote for this deal that we don't really believe is a good deal. Only 8 of them did that. So the other ones who have been very vocal about saying, like, hey, I don't agree with this. I don't like this. Like we just saw Bernie Sanders walking through the hallway. Like people, they were like, look, I don't want this. This is not okay. So I do think a part of me feels like, yes, like the Democrats are they lost this situation. However, like, I do think they still have some fighting power in the midterm elections. I just think the scary part of it is so do the Republicans, because it shows now they have a feather in their cap to be like, look, when they had to shut down to try to do XYZ to go against Donald Trump, they lost. And like, he's going to say that as well. So like, I think people who are interested in voting for that side, like, they have good reason to. Like, they've given them reason to. We're going to fight for you and we're going to win. Democrats, they got to go back to the drawing board.
Eric, do you think Democrats have fumbled 2025 so far? I mean, they lost the presidency. They got Trump to take back over the White House. Trump has pretty much done whatever he's wanted since he's been in there without any sort of challenges. And now they had the chance to kind of hold things hostage in a sort, with the government shutdown. And, now that's gone. They have a quote unquote guarantee to hold a vote in December on the Affordable Care Act. We all know that they can propose whatever they want to, but it's not going to get picked up. Do you think Democrats fumbled this whole opportunity?
Yeah, I definitely think they fumbled the opportunity, man. And the 8 people that voted, they need to just stay on the other side, man. It's terrible that it's come to this, but people are really going to see how bad it's going to get when they have to go for health care. I could just speak for myself as far as healthcare. Open season started for us yesterday for insurance, and I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they couldn't even tell me what my premium would be in 2026 because they honestly don't know, and it's like it's getting bad. It's getting really bad out here as far as healthcare for people, and people are really going to realize it, but it's going to be too late when they realize.
Yep. Ty, now we I feel like we've been attacking the Democrats for a while just because they don't seem to have an identity. And now it seems like because people like Nancy Pelosi have left, no one's listening to Chuck clearly anymore. He can't keep the party in line. One thing we can say about the Republicans is at least they all know how to vote together and get something accomplished, right? At least enough to get things passed. The Democrats don't seem like they care about any of that. So no one's listening to Chuck. Nancy's gone. No one cares about Hakeem Jeffries because no one believes him. Is it like an identity problem where it feels like they've kind of lost who they are at this point?
Sort of, but I don't think that's their. I don't know. The leadership is not.
It's not defined.
That impressive.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things in those positions is that you have a dynamic personality, a dynamic leader, somebody who can really rally and inspire people. And I don't think that person really exists over there right now. They have that in Donald Trump, although I don't know why and don't understand it. They do have that in him, which we don't have at our party. And, for me, it's difficult for me to be like, oh, you guys really should have held the line and did this and that. Like, I understand why they didn't. I mean, there are a lot of people who were heavily affected by the government shutdown,
right? And not to mention the airlines, which have been
airlines. There's a lot going on, and I wasn't at the moment really directly affected, but I do know people who were directly affected, their jobs, waiting, working without getting paid. And there were just a lot of people, and it dragged on for a significant amount of time. And just like we talked about with the SNAP benefits, a lot of us don't have these large savings where we can go, oh, you'll get paid once the government opens back up. A lot of us in America, especially during this economy, just don't have that luxury. So I'm not super angry that they folded. Because I think it put them in a really, really tough place. And I think sometimes we have to think of our perspective as I can hold the line, but how long do I have to hold out the line while these people just suffer because we have to make this point? And I think to direct some of our anger, we should direct most of our anger at the people who are causing these problems, not just the Democrats for not holding the line, but we should really direct our anger and rally around voting and get these crazy people out of here who cause these shutdowns, and absolutely refuse, don't even care that people are starving, don't care that military people are not getting paid, don't care that airlines are going to be crazy. Like, it's like, oh, the Democrats' responsibility to hold the line, but like the people who are pushing the line kind of are getting off free.
I think the issue with that, though, is that, like you guys were just saying, like, there's no uniform message. So, like, if you say what you just said, and I don't disagree with you when you said, like, there were people who were starving, people who were struggling across the board, like, no matter where you work, like, people were affected one way or the other. If you know that and you see that, and then you have the same party giving two different answers, like, that becomes a problem. And then when you say, like, you shouldn't be voting for the Republicans because they allowed this to happen to you, they were in the same boat. Like, Republicans have people who are in the exact same boat, who are not getting paid, who are starving, but yet they didn't bend for them. And then the Democrats did, and you had two different messages. There are literally people coming out saying, I don't want this. I didn't think this was a good idea. We should have held the line, continued to do this. And the Republican Party is not doing that. And I think that makes the Democrats look bad overall, especially given what you just said. You just gave a very valid point as to why people should have done this or potentially could have done this. But then you have people in the party that are saying, like, I still don't think they should have done it. And the Republicans simply are just not doing that.
But people are not going to realize how bad healthcare is about to be. Healthcare is about to be unaffordable for a lot of people. A lot
But
of
also,
people.
like, I don't think that that's like, I'm not saying that that's not valid, because it is valid. And that was kind of the reason for the shutdown. But you have to realize, like, it wasn't people who were holding the line. It was politicians that were holding the line. Like, us regular people, we have nothing to do with this. Like, for us, it's just like either we don't get paid or we get bad healthcare. Like that. That's us.
But we're gonna be the most affected by it, though.
Like, we didn't have a say in this, though. Like, we did what we were supposed to do when it was time to go vote on last Tuesday. We went out and voted. Like, we, as people, we did our jobs.
Yeah, I think one of the messages that we have to continue to push at this time is that elections have consequences. Like, I saw a lot of people where they're like, I don't like Trump or Kamala, so I'm not getting out there and doing anything. And I think a lot of those people at that time are currently being heavily affected by the policies, because I don't think a lot of people, when they decided to sit this one out, like, there were millions of Democrats who decided that Kamala wasn't good enough, but they're not voting for Trump. So I'm just going to sit this one out. And you saw how many of them didn't show up to the booth. And, like, those people are really, really being affected now. And I think we assumed some level of decency, which I don't know why, but we assumed like a certain level of decency and was like, well, whoever's president can't possibly be that bad. And Trump was president before, but not realizing that the first time Donald Trump was president, that he didn't have like all these people who refused. Like, Republicans would call him out every once in a while. There were people who were working were like, absolutely not. There were judges who were like, absolutely not. Like, he didn't have just the unchecked power that he has currently. And so we knew that if he got in office again, he would have unchecked power because he worked on it during the entire presidency.
It's true. I just don't think we thought he would use it like this, though. Like this, I mean, I knew it would have it. I just didn't.
There's a number of us who thought he'd use it exactly this way. And screaming at the top of our lungs that he would do this exact thing. And now he's done it and continues to do it. And so now it's like, you better dust off that registration and get yourself to the booth. That's basically all I can do.
That registration. I wasn't sure which one you were talking. Okay, gotcha.
Hell, we don't know. You might have to dust off both.
But do you agree at this point it's too late? Like,
no, you can reverse course. I mean, you can reverse course on any of this stuff. To be honest with you,
we just have to deal with the consequences in the meantime.
Yeah. But we have to deal with the consequences for the next 3 years, though. You know,
or 8.
I mean, honestly, if you hit them up at the midterms, if there
is a midterms.
I mean, who knows?
If there's a midterm and people really show up and show out, if
the votes don't go up to Starlink and then get changed. Look, I don't know anything. I'm not.
To be honest with you, like. We're in that time.
You sound like you do.
We're in that type of time. It's a very real possibility. Like they're just committing egregious acts, and so honestly, when I voted this last election, and then my thing went that little machine, I was like, let me get another look at that. I don't trust y'all.
Let me check my online results and make sure they match up.
What this thing is connected to.
Can y'all send me a receipt? Trump won't see any of the look. China is working on a some sort of elixir that is going to allow people to live to 150 years apparently. So that might be why Trump's trying to schmooze up to President Xi.
On this earth?
Yeah, on this earth, yeah. So that's why Trump's trying to get close to Xi. You know, he's over here nudging.
Who wants to live to 150 years old?
Trump. He wants to be president until he's 150 years old. That is his ultimate goal in life. And he might do it. We'll see. Hopefully not. Moving on. Speaking of Trump, we're going to wrap up, sort of the things in the Trump administration for the year, just see where we leave things for the year. So we know Trump likes to put his name on things, but now it's not just hotels or golf courses. Reports say that he wants the Washington Commanders' new DC stadium named after him in some capacity. So I don't know if that means Trump Stadium or DJT Stadium or, MAGA Stadium. I have no idea what that means, but he does want the stadium named in his honor. According to Reuters and ESPN, President Trump personally told Commanders owner Josh Harris that he wants the team's upcoming $3.7 billion dome stadium set to open in 2030 to bear his name. The White House even called it a beautiful name, claiming that Trump made the stadium possible. Now, he was just at a Commanders game, and while he got some boos from the crowd, he still made time to tell Fox's broadcast team that it's going to be a beautiful stadium and that approvals are already in motion. Here is an example of the reported boos that I reported earlier that Trump received.
Welcome the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, as the President swears in the seats of our United States military.
Jesus. My God. He was swearing in, I think, naval cadets or Army cadets, one of those cadets, into their positions. That's why he was there and reading that book, asking them to swear in. But you can't, those are drowns. And that's not something that, they used to say, oh, it's the media, it's fake media. Now all the media companies are owned by right-wingers, right? So CBS is owned by someone right-wing, Fox, of course, NBC. Everyone's right-wing now, ownership. You can't say it's the media anymore. People know what's going on.
There's these people's camera phones. This is not on just television. This is on social media picked up by camera phones. This is real. But can I just say, and I know people won't agree with me here, but I kind of think this is cool. I think it's just one of those things where it's just of course it's ridiculous, it's silly or whatever. But if you're the president of the United States and you come up with an idea like that, we talk about legacy all the time and stuff, and
he thinks he's Julius Caesar.
I think that's kind of cool to be hey, put my name on it. I'm the president, put my name on it.
For context, most NFL stadiums sell naming rights to corporations, but some like Soldier Field and Lambeau Field stick with legacy names. And of course, if this happens, it would be the most political stadium name in U.S. sports history. What chance do you give this to happening? And if it does happen, do you think it'll be reversed with the next administration? Like, for instance, if Kamala say wins the presidency, is the name being changed to Kamala Harris Stadium, or is it going to be?
No, he would do that though. That's the type of stuff that he does. Like
He would do something like
he
that,
would
but
come in and do something like that. But I think there's a 100% chance of it happening.
100% it's going to happen.
You know,
That's true.
over there in DC though, like if you really start making some noise about a name, they changed the name. Remember, they used to have another name, and then they had no name, and now they have this name. So like if he's throwing a name out there, they may do it.
They always had a name. It was the Washington football team for a while.
See.
Ty, what chance is it going to happen before I get to Eric, who's the sports expert?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't put anything past the current people who are in charge of doing absolutely anything in DC. So I 100% think that if he says, I want my name on it, they'll put his name on it.
That is insane.
And the Democrats are not petty enough yet to remove it. So I think if he gets his name on there, he's pretty confident, and I'm pretty confident that it will stay there for the foreseeable future.
Eric, if Donald Trump gets the naming rights to the DC stadium, do you think fans of that team would resort to not supporting the team in order to prove a point?
Yeah, I don't think they'll support. I don't think they'll support it. I don't think it'll happen, honestly. I mean, just being honest.
I'm with you. I'm more with you, Eric. I think it's about a 30% chance. What would you say? What percentage would you say?
I'll give it 25% because it wouldn't open until what, 2030?
2030.
Yeah,
so this would be during his third term.
Yeah, he'd be gone by then. So that's
They stopped him from building the ballroom.
Yeah. That's going to be a big asshole in the side of the White House by the time he.
Okay, so what are the chances that they say okay now, and then once he's out of office, they change their mind on the back end? I could see that. I would give that about a 60% chance.
I mean,
like they give it to him for now, but in 2030, when it actually opens, it doesn't have the name.
You remember back when rich people used to pretend stuff like this wasn't their idea, like when they slapped their name on stuff. Do you remember that? There was a time.
He is fully embracing
that
absolute corruption and lunacy,
and that it was like an honor that was bestowed upon you by the powers and the people, and you're so shocked and so honored.
Yeah, like you literally paid these people to do it.
This is Caligula. This is Nero. Like this is the type of personality that we're talking about. Someone who only cares about himself.
I could see them. I could see them naming the field after him more than the stadium. I don't think
that's so crazy to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's straight lunacy.
I think for him that would be a good compromise. I mean,
like, what's the issue there? Like, as long as my name is somewhere and it's
a good ask
logo, this is good.
It's a good ask.
Though I will say, I think it's crazy that you think that these people are going to not go to these games if it's named after him. These people will be front and center at Trump Stadium. They'll be throwing the finger signs and posting finger signs and them showing that whatever. But they're gonna be at the stadium. They're
gonna do the dance.
Hey.
They're so upset about this. Is their protest, but they're going to be at the game. You're going to be at the game. You're not going to forego going to the game because his name is on the stadium or the field.
I think some people will. I don't think enough people will for it to noticeable.
Maybe he should go. He should go to Dallas. I mean, that's America's team, quote unquote.
Well, Dallas already has. Dallas already has a white supremacist.
And I'm just not.
That's America's team. Tell him go to Dallas with his boy.
Dex still a Cowboys fan. You better believe.
You know you can't talk to me about this. You know we're not gonna talk about this.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Cowboys.
Yeah, they suck.
They're fighting. They're fighting. In other Trump news, I know we're running late tonight, but like I said, last show of the season. So
can you imagine this is the insanity of this. Like, I get.
Imagine paying. Let me finish. Imagine paying your mortgage until you're almost 90. I couldn't resist.
Like, I gagged so hard.
The Trump administration says that it's about quote affordability. Economist says it's a financial quicksand. Housing advisor Bill Polt, what a stupid name, floated a plan for government-backed 50-year mortgages to make home ownership, quote unquote, more affordable. But of course, the reaction was swift and brutal. Conservatives and liberals alike warned that it could trap buyers into lifelong debt. Matt Walsh said that it means your house will be owned by the bank until you die. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene called it, quote, a gift to the banks. Critics argue that it's the opposite of the American dream, while Trump allies say that it helps young buyers get a foot in the door and actually a chance to own a home, quote unquote, own. Yeah, sure. If that Chinese pill comes out, maybe. The move comes across after Democrats have made housing affordability a winning issue in state elections, and apparently Trump's team wants to reclaim that message. So that is why they're introducing this 50-year mortgage. So is this 50-year mortgage idea creative policy or just another way to keep Americans in debt for life?
This is the same issue with student loans to me. Like anything, you guys will do anything but lower interest rates. Like what is going on here?
Yeah,
like,
or prices, or just not even interest rates, just prices.
Like imagine this, like millennials are having difficult times purchasing homes, right? So like we're closer to 40 than we are 30 at this point. Yeah. Can you imagine if you go through the process to buy a home, it usually takes you about a year. So you might actually be 40 or at least 39 before you actually
90 years old, you own your home.
Imagine a 50-year mortgage. A 30-year mortgage at our age is already pushing it.
Right.
Like imagine, because you'll be 67 years old struggling to pay a mortgage, right? If you get a mortgage right now. Can you imagine 20 additional years? Like the people are like, you're saddling people with the most ridiculous debt. And if you do the numbers, the craziest part to me was they did the numbers. People are literally saving like $200 a month for an extra 20 years. That's an insane idea.
It's lunacy. That's what it is. It's straight up lunacy. If you buy a home at 25, you won't pay it off till you 75. You still working at 75, and you started when you were 25 years old. That's crazy.
I think maybe you guys are looking at it the wrong way. You got to look at it as the trickle down. Like this, the American dream is to own a home, right? So let's say you're 30.
You don't own it.
If you give me a minute. So say you're 35 years old, right? You say you're 35 years old and you go ahead and you do this 50-year mortgage. You'll be paying that. You would be physically paying until you're 85 years old, right? But what if you have a child and that child currently is 1 year old? That means that child will be 50 when that house is completely paid off. So at one point, it transitions from you to them. They already have a house halfway paid off by the time they're 50, and then and they transfer the rest of it, and it's their home.
But you still working, Dex, at 85.
No, you passed it on to your child. These children want things to be passed on to them, and I'm going to pass on this house debt to you. You have
one bedroom house. That's pass it down to one bedroom. That's all we can.
Well, whatever it is, this is the family home. I'm passing it down to you.
The family home. Okay.
This is the family home. You get
bringing back the family home. Okay, I
see. Then by the time our kids have kids, they inherit a house that's fully paid off. 2 generations to pay this house up, but we got it done.
You'll have a 200-year-old house. Yeah.
Lower, and then say you're 5 years in, and then you realize interest rates are really, really low now. So you want to refinance your home? You start another 50 years now.
Interest rates will never be low again. Like, what are you talking about?
And then what's scary to me about this though is how these banks work. Like you going into this, you wouldn't want a 50-year mortgage. Like nobody wants to do that, I would assume. I can guarantee you they'll start trying to push this on you.
100%. And that's the problem. Like now they have the leverage to say, you don't qualify for that. You don't qualify for this because of such and such and such and such, but you do qualify for the 50-year, you know? So if you really want it, you can get the 50-year. And it's like, they'll just keep denying you until you take the 50-year. It's stupid. Completely crazy.
Yeah, they got cute on us with car loans. They did the same thing. They started there was a standard 7. Then it was all of a sudden you start seeing this 72-month thing.
Right.
Then you start seeing this 84-month thing. I'm like, well, what the hell is this?
There was a fake meme going around that said 15-year car loan, but it was fake.
But could you imagine, though? Because I was talking about that 15-year one, and just from my perspective, my car's almost 15 years old. So I'm thinking about this, and it's been paid off. So if you have a 15-year car loan on your car, that means by the time you pay it off, you need to immediately run to get another car.
That's the goal.
That's a perfect system for them.
Yeah.
But
That's what most people do with the 5-year one.
But the average person ain't gonna keep a car for 15 years.
No, and you can't. Some people
The
can't.
average person is not going to live to 90 years old either.
Right.
To pay off their house. Crazy. Absolute lunacy. But that is the America that we lived in. Trump is promising free money again, this time not as a stimulus, but as a dividend funded by tariffs. President Trump promising every American except quote unquote high income households. I guess they've gotten enough, Trump says at this point. He's going to send every household except those high income households a $2,000 annual quote unquote tariff dividend check funded by taxes on imported goods, so tariffs. The idea is simple: use tariffs to reward American workers. The problem, the numbers say that it doesn't work. Experts say that this would cost about $300 billion, but the U.S. only has collected about $195 billion in tariffs since last year. Even Trump's Treasury Secretary seemed confused, admitting that he hadn't discussed the plan with the president and that, truth be told, it probably won't be a check.
It could, the $2,000 dividend could come in lots of forms, in lots of ways, George. It could be just the tax decreases that we are seeing on the president's agenda. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, deductibility of auto loans. So, those are substantial deductions that, are being financed in the tax bill.
Secretary. See how they did? Look at that. Economists warn that if they did send out checks, it could balloon the national debt, which is already over $38 trillion. Chances that we'll be getting 2 Trump checks during his 2 administrations, or is this just another distraction? Because Trump said this would be an annual thing. We would get it yearly.
It's annual.
Annual.
So we're going to get this forever then, because he's never leaving office. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it through.
What are the chances that happens?
To be honest with you, I think Trump's name on the last check is one of the reasons why he's currently in office. And so it was very effective. And so I think he is likely to do that. I think they will cut down on what they're considering high earners. Like before, high earners were people like making above $300,000, but I think they'll just $100,000.
No, it's gonna be 60. They're gonna be like, if you make $60,000, you are swimming in cash. Like, you don't need this.
Right. I think that they'll have a way to bring down because those people in that middle tax bracket are not likely to vote for Trump anyway, so it doesn't matter. It won't. Nothing will please them. So it's like you can really cut them out. Like those people who make between like 150 and 200, like they're not voting for Trump anyway. Like the rich people, but those middle people, they're not voting for him anyway. So you can really cut those people out and really do quite well with this. And he's likely to do it. And you think he cares about ballooning the debt? No, he does not.
It's possible. Anybody else? We good?
I just think that you better update that voter registration card, because I do feel like when he's going to say, I'm going to send this out, but your voter registration card has to have an R on it. And if it has a D on it, you don't get no money. So
he would definitely do that.
Yeah, because he said, traffic controllers, he said, I'm disappointed in you guys who did not come to work, and you guys won't be getting this bonus that I'm going to recommend. Like, he said that. So I do think he would do something like that.
All right. Well, look, we got Christmas season's coming up, Thanksgiving's coming up. Not a lot politically to be thankful for, but we wish you and the politics and people who are the government workers the absolute best as you guys get through, this holiday season. All right. Anything else for politics? We good? Eric, you good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
All right. Let's move. Scoop. All right, let's get into a couple of updates before we get out of here. Just weeks after pledging sobriety in an emotional letter to a federal judge and transferring to a low-security prison to start his sentence. After we reported last week that he also had a knife held to his throat, Sean Diddy Combs is now facing a whole new set of headlines. According to reports, Diddy was allegedly caught brewing homemade alcohol inside of his Fort Dix Correctional Facility cell in New Jersey. Prison punch made from Fanta soda, sugar, and apples. Reportedly, he wasn't alone, kind of threw a party with this sort of concoction. This comes after Diddy declared he was sober for the first time in 25 years at his sentencing. His team has since denied the story, calling it reckless and false. They insist he hasn't broken any rules and that he's focused on healing, but social media is not buying it. And a mugshot from his intake didn't exactly help the narrative. People saying that he appears to favor Frederick Douglass, which I think is disrespectful to Frederick Douglass. But that's I guess how Diddy is looking without all the enhancements from his local barber. So if this story is even partly true, is prison even doing anything at this point to reform Diddy? Do you think he's going to come out a different person, or is Diddy just going to get back to whatever he was doing before?
Two real quick things. One, remember that video we showed on the show a couple weeks ago where they were frying that chicken in the toilet? Was he making this in the toilet? Like, where was he making this at? And then the second thing is his team is absolutely correct. His team is correct. Diddy is sober, because if you were pouring, what did they say, Fanta and sugar and apples inside of the toilet and drinking it, you definitely weren't getting drunk. You were. You gotta let it sit there.
You gotta let it sit there.
Yeah, yeah, that wasn't.
You gotta let it ferment.
That wasn't. Nah, he's sober.
What you mean he's sober? You can make liquor with that, Eric.
That's crazy.
Prison's supposed to be for reformation. Is it helping any, Ty? No.
We are well aware that prison is not reforming anybody. So you're just gonna find ways. Prison is gonna make him worse mentally, right? So that's what it does to people, and that's what's gonna happen to him. So when he comes out, be careful, everybody.
Why? Hide your wife, hide your kids.
Hide some.
Just a blanket. I appreciate it. Eric, any other thoughts on Diddy in prison? Are we wishing him the best? Do we think, because
we want the best for Diddy, just don't drop the soap.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because like I was thinking, like, you know, usually people be like, if you go to jail, don't drop the soap. With Diddy, with other people, with these rumors and stuff, they'd be like, don't drop the soap around him.
What is that, Ty? What is happening?
What?
That's what they say. That's what they say. I don't say it.
I wasn't here for the last 45 seconds either.
I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
Let's move to a developing story making major headlines in both sports and legal circles. Eric's favorite wide receiver, former NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown, has been officially extradited from Dubai back to the U.S. And this time it's not just, him wilding out. Brown is facing second-degree attempted murder charges stemming from a shooting in Miami earlier this year. Authorities say that he'd been laying low in Dubai, reportedly trying to avoid prosecution, but that attempt ended when federal agents brought him back to the U.S. earlier this month. His mugshot has been posted all over the internet. He has not really spoken about this since, I guess because he's in custody. And while details of the case are still emerging, the bigger question looms even larger, because this has been a decline that we've kind of witnessed in real time throughout this show, honestly. I'm not going to speculate, but some say that there's some evidence to say that Antonio Brown is dealing with some long-term effects of football brain injury and mental health issues, and that this is less about criminal intent and more about an untreated crisis. Others believe that whatever the cause, it's time that he's finally being held accountable. So what do you guys think? Is this a moment for sympathy or justice? And how should we look at Antonio Brown, especially that, these allegations are murder charges, but you do have, of course, there's evidence that he has some traumatic brain injuries going on, right, from some of these hits that he took and his behavior before and after said hits, right, Eric?
Yeah, Antonio Brown definitely has CTE, brother.
Okay.
Something is definitely wrong with him. He tries to escape to go to Dubai. They not a extradition country. He should have known he was gonna get caught over there. You know, he definitely has problems, man. He's had problems for years. So this isn't something new. He's had problems for years. So I'm not surprised.
I mean, we've covered him throwing like people's furniture out the house, and then throwing like penises,
balconies at hotel.
Exactly, like gummy penises at people and stuff like that, and just acting crazy, signing with Kanye as his creative director, doing just crazy stuff. But do you feel like sorry for him, Dex, at this point, or is this a situation where look, you might have killed somebody, you need to be held accountable?
I always feel sorry for him. Like, I think every time I see him pop up on my timeline, I'm like, oh God, this is not gonna be good, and it never is. And I do think we always say like there's something not right there, and like the CTE is always brought up, and I don't think there was ever any help like given to him, and I don't think he sought out any treatment. So like, yeah, I feel sorry for him, and I feel sorry for those people that were shot too.
Ty, anything that?
I always think it's sad when people are having a mental health crisis and there's no real people in their corner who can help them, because without that help, they're going to crash out on their own. But if they have people around them who help intervene early and help with treatment and stuff, they can get better. And so I don't know exactly what's going on with him. I'm not going to sit here and diagnose him, but we clearly watch the decline of a person over the last couple of years, and so I always find that tragic. And obviously, when their behaviors often have consequences, isolating consequences, and it's a shame. And you're going to get held accountable, but like that doesn't change the fact that you're in crisis, and it's a tragedy.
100%. All right, let's talk about this latest twist out of Detroit's Perfecting Church. Remember Roberta McCoy and Marvin Winans? We talked about this for a few weeks, towards the last couple of weeks of this season. The woman who went viral after Pastor Marvin Winans publicly corrected her for only giving $1,200 instead of the $2,000 that he asked for. That woman, remember her? Yes, everybody.
Yeah, her 15, I'm 20.
Well, at first, Roberta defended Pastor Winans, saying that it was a correction, not a rebuke. But now she's saying that the same church turned on her. So she's got something to say. She's claimed that leadership used her as damage control to calm backlash and then pushed her out once the heat died down. She released this message on her Facebook channel saying that it feels like I'm turning invisible now. I'm no longer useful. Oh, sorry. Where did it go? Shoot. Hold on one second. My bad. I lost it for a second. My bad. She says, what'd you say?
That's what happens when we live. We good.
We live. You know what I'm saying? We are a live show. I just want to get her comments up here because they were really small and I was trying to enlarge it and I think I hit a wrong button there. There we go. Okay. She said, it's like I'm turning invisible now. I'm no longer useful to them. I served their purpose. I was only damage control. They wanted to protect the name, protect the brand. Their calls of, quote, concern has stopped when the media storm stopped. I see that with wide open eyes now. They turned on me. They blame me. 3 exclamation points. Now it's all my fault. They say I'm the one that owes Pastor Winans an apology, exclamation point. They say I need to grow up. I need to be an adult about this. My heart is broken. I'm fading away. My big heart for people is shrinking into a shallow heartbeat. I can hardly hear my own heartbeat anymore. I'm becoming someone that I don't know. And it keeps going. It's a lot of that language.
What beautiful poetic drama.
She did also say, did you see the empty seats on Sunday at 10:45? People are appalled and tired of being mistreated in the churches. Do you know what will bring people back to the church in great numbers? I think seeing the human side of a pastor. If they saw a pastor who was not prideful, but who was humble, like Jesus, and said that he was sorry for the offense, I think that will bring a lot of people back to churches all over the world. I, Roberta McCoy, stand in faith and give this letter in unity to those who never received your apology for church hurt. I'm sorry. Roberta is, she got something to say. Does Roberta's latest comments, though, say more about her or Pastor Winans and how he does his ministry? What you think?
He don't care unless she got a with that letter. She came up
He
$800
don't
short.
care.
He don't care unless she got the $800 that she came up short with that letter.
I'm so glad you remembered the exact number.
He don't care. He do not care unless she got that 800.
She got the 800.
Unless she got that 800.
Come up with the rest. I don't know if she paid.
The real reason she's upset is because the week after she defended him, Tyler Perry dropped that check. And you didn't get none of it. That's what she's upset about. This is Tyler Perry's fault. This is all Tyler Perry's fault.
So you think Pastor Winans should have said your 800 has been paid for and you don't have to worry about nothing else, but he was still asking for
Well,
it?
no. You still owe the money. Like, you got to pay.
What do you mean you still owe the money? What does that mean?
You got to pay your way. But because remember, she was fine with it. She was like, oh, no big deal. Everything is good or whatever. She didn't have an issue until Tyler Perry dropped them dollars. Now she has an issue.
But my thing is, why are they mad at her? Like, she didn't record and release the video. Like,
she's been doing too much, though. I'm sick of her.
She was doing what?
Too much.
So like, I feel two different ways about this. I feel like church culture can be wildly inappropriate, and I do feel like she, like, I wouldn't be under the leadership of a pastor that behaved in the manner that he does. I don't care what his last name is. I would not be at that church. However, she got on here and defended his behavior, probably at their telling her to do so. And I think that she was expecting
what favors, like what?
There's always this hierarchy in certain churches, and I think she thought that would boost her top, and she was being treated like an everyday citizen. I don't think they did anything wrong to her. I think
she wanted to sit up in the pulpit.
She was getting
some of that money Tyler Perry got. I'm telling you, that's what she wanted.
They were coaching her. They were telling her what to do. They were probably visiting her. They were doing all types of stuff because they wanted her to make the statement and make sure she got it right. And once that was over, she went back to being a regular church member. And she was expecting a seat at the front, her to be ushered in. Like, I think she was looking for special treatment. That's what happened. And she got treated like everybody else because she was gonna get boosted in the church hierarchy. You know, there's a hierarchy. And
why would you expect to be treated?
Why would you expect, because you got in the wrong line, that you would be rewarded?
Well,
that's how these cultures are, and then it's very unacceptable. And she just wanted to be a higher member in the establishment in the church that should not exist. But I don't think
they showed her this is what happens to you. This is they showed her this is what happens to you when you $800 short. You get up, you go from the overflow to outside.
Guess what? When Tyler Perry walk in that church, all those things that Ty says she wants, he's gonna get them.
You think he's gonna be on the pulpit? He's gonna be sitting in the front.
Perry right up to the front.
He gonna be right. He gonna be sitting right next to Winans. He gonna be sitting right next to Winans.
Why would she think she needs to be sitting up there because she didn't have, because she got in the wrong line?
These churches are like that. Like
Tyler Perry paid money to be up there. Like I could see that. I don't know why she would expect
and
that.
The lack of humility that is happening at the head is flowing down. She expected, after all the fame and going viral and all, fame. Yeah, her 15 minutes. You know her name. Who the hell knew about
McCoy? You're right. I do know her name.
Who knew the name? You know Roberta's name. That's fame. Her 15 minutes less than 20 minutes now, because now she's a lot of talking trash. Okay, she's not there.
She thought she was gonna go from the overflow to the main sanctuary, and they showed her from the. They showed her. She went from the overflow to outside. She's out. She outside now. They
You
showed
had a
her.
little gold plaque they be hammering on the side of the pew. She was expecting right up.
Yeah.
She wanted a pew dedicated to her. I can see that.
McCoy.
She thought she was gonna get her a special love offering.
But she didn't give anything. Like, it's not like she gave over what she was
Had the
supposed to
sign
give.
here, was like, here, y'all can put this one right on this pew here. And they
She
was
gave
like,
under what she was supposed to give.
Mhm.
The nerve.
And then she said, "You see how empty it was last Sunday? Okay."
Mhm.
look at her face in this little picture. She's a nasty one.
She's so nasty. You know she's
Why
nasty.
she gotta be nasty? Don't
She
talk about it.
she probably can't even log on to the website no more. They probably done
We
blocked her
wish
off
her the
on the
best.
web.
As Darren
We
says,
should
I wish
But
her
in
the
all
best.
seriousness, at the second pair, the second whatever's over here in the white, because it's like a lot of writing. I think that she does make a point here, but I think that she is just a part of the establishment and upset that she's not in the hierarchy of the establishment.
She
But I
can go
do-
ahead and start her own church if she want all that.
And wait, I'm sorry, just one last thing, just looking at that, what she said in the white. She says, when she says, like, did you see how empty the seats were on Sunday at 10:45? People are appalled and tired of being mistreated in the churches. Literally, this started because you were mistreated. This probably should have come out at the beginning because you were mistreated.
And we told you to say that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Some
but
of
she
us.
out there made those
didn't,
big
but some of us
statements and was expecting something in return for them. That's exactly
Eric,
what
Eric and I said that she should have been appalled at the moment. Dex tried to take
Mhm.
up for Marvin Winans.
Yeah.
Just for the record.
Yeah.
Just for the record. So the story is told. All right, that's it for the scoop. For more stories, check us out next year.
I got a question. I got a question.
Hello, everyone. It is time for questions. This is the portion of the show where you ask us questions, and we do try our best to give our advice based on our life experience.
Level best.
But today, I'm not saying level best. I'm not from Africa. Bad food or baddie? Okay. Hey, BroTalk. I've been dating this woman for a few months, and she's she's great. One of those people everyone likes. Her mom loves me too, which should be a win, except both of them are terrible cooks. But they both love the idea of cooking. Like, they get genuinely excited to make something special for me. They'll smile, tell me to sit back and relax, and then proudly serve up something that tastes like pure hell. I've been supportive, smiled through it, even fake seconds. But honestly, my heart drops every time they bring up food. Now her family's invited me to Thanksgiving, and I already know what's waiting for me. A full spread of the most disgusting versions of Thanksgiving classics. I've tasted her mom's cooking before. It was bad then, and I know it hasn't improved since.
Damn.
The problem is my family lives out of state, so I don't have an excuse to skip it. I can't lie my way out, and I can't show up empty stomached and unprepared. So tell me, BroTalk, do I go and suffer in silence for love, fake a last-minute emergency, or finally tell the truth and risk ruining the holiday? Is bad food worth a baddie? That was a good one.
Yeah.
Really good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Bad food is not worth a baddie. I will confirm.
So here's the thing.
You have to eat. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Ty.
I wouldn't be honest with the mom. I would go to Thanksgiving and endure terrible food. However, like, if this relationship is gonna go somewhere, I would have to tell her that I didn't think she could cook. Because I do think cooking
And her mama too.
I'm not ever talking to her mom about her cooking. Her mom's cooking is not my problem. But you're gonna feed this poison to our children if we decide to be together, right? And so I am
Poison?
you.
Poison?
He says she can't cook. It sounds bad.
Poison, though?
Cooking is something you can learn. That's a skill, right? So if you think you have the skill and you don't, it would be I think it would be my civic duty to at some point inform you that you in fact do not have the skill and that you can improve. And in fact, we can improve together. I can perhaps my mom can fly out.
Oh,
You'll come
your
now,
mama
people.
going to teach.
Yes,
See, now
you
you asking for problems.
Can
Yeah.
fly out and show you the ropes. Because if you learn,
oh my God,
show you the ropes. There are these cute little cooking classes they give. I don't know if you're from Philly, but they have these neat little cooking classes.
you talking about the ones when the men come over and they be kissing the girls in the mouth and
No,
dangling
that's
them?
the massages. That's the
Like,
massages.
there
But
are
Ty's talking about these
colleges-
$150 cooking classes. That these cute classes he's talking about are expensive as hell. Just so you
Kelsey
know.
does a
No,
cooking
you
class.
know, they used to be 90 back in the day, but I suppose they're 150 now. But I think it's well worth it if you're going to be learning to feed a family. I don't think if she's willing to learn, I can work with her. But if she gets mad at me and she tells me that she's not learning, like, I'm not tolerating that. So no, it won't be worth it. Bad food is not worth a baddie. However, if we are willing to learn, if we have a spirit of excellence and we are willing to learn and improve with a growth mindset, that I can work with.
I think you should just be honest. And like for me, like I don't eat everybody's cooking. I'm just some things just don't.
But you gotta eat your mate's cooking, no?
No, you don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
The best way to go about that is
Damn,
like
dog.
if you're going to Thanksgiving dinner and you know you don't like the food there, then you should make something. I feel like you can't cook either. Like you should make something. You should bring
You
a dish.
probably
to it.
can.
Yeah, of course you can. Like people who can't cook are the main ones saying that somebody else can't cook. So like if you could cook so well, like, why are you not making all the food then? So, but I think that like for me, in this situation, I will go ahead and just prepare my own dish and prepare some dishes as well. And then when I get there, put some of their stuff on the plate potentially, but like eat my own stuff and then see how they react to my stuff. And then we can kind of have a conversation about ingredients and recipes and how I go about doing things. I know that I can't eat everybody's food, so I learned how to cook on my own because I just can't do it.
Yeah,
Better than me. I would.
that's
I
yeah,
don't know, Eric. Would
yeah.
you enter a relationship with someone who could?
Yeah. You already know, man. I'm going over there like, yo, I don't eat that. I don't eat that. I don't eat that. I don't eat that.
You be pointing
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah,
You be pointing at it all
know how.
nasty.
Yeah, you
Look,
already know.
it's him like
You
this. I
already
don't
know
eat
how.
this. I don't eat this. I don't eat this. I don't even
Yep,
know what
I
that
don't eat
is.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm like that.
A fool.
Yo.
My food is going to be full of nasty ass food. I'm going to be
No,
like a
yo,
punk.
listen to me,
That salt
bro.
shaker.
Listen to me. I've been to events where I'd be like, yo, just give me a slice of turkey and a bottle of water, and I'm good. Yo, I'm out of here. We going to Popeyes after this. I'm good,
You know, I'm
bro.
gonna show up. I mean, I got a little extra weight, so I'm going to show up back like I'm on a diet. So I'm going to
Yeah.
Popeyes-
I don't do carbs.
Popeyes
Yeah.
does serve the Cajun chicken.
Yeah.
The Cajun
I'm
turkey, they are
no doubt.
selling it now. I was just at my local Popeyes a few days ago, so they do have it available. So if this is a problem for you, I would say go ahead and order that Cajun turkey pre-game. So
Were they all
what
Mexican?
you should do is eat your stuff beforehand. So Popeyes sell macaroni and cheese now. You can get yourself a little Cajun turkey. They sell mashed potatoes. You can have your own Thanksgiving dinner.
But don't do
At
why
home.
you should bring that with you. Like you should get enough
Now,
and
see,
plate
they gonna
it
think
as
it's disrespectful.
well,
I ain't doing it.
serving me the food that y'all serving me is disrespectful too. So we
I
all
ain't
being
doing it.
disrespectful.
I'm just not going to eat it, bro. I'm just not going to do it. I'm like, nah, I don't eat
What
that.
you gonna
I don't
say
eat
to
that.
ass? They say, ain't you hungry?
Nope. I'll be like, nah, I'm good.
They'll be like, what
Like,
you
I'm
mean?
gonna be totally honest, and this is really my last point on this. You should not be in a relationship with anyone that doesn't.
That
It's not
can't cook.
necessarily
You're right.
cooking. No, not necessarily. But you should not be in a relationship with someone who you know has an issue that you cannot deal with. And it doesn't seem like you can deal with this cooking thing. So this is only going to get worse, and it's going to cause issues for you. Especially like things start off not that big of a deal because she's a baddie, right? But after you're looking at her for 10 years, you're not going to care that she's a baddie. You're going to be mad as hell that she can't cook. And so
Your eyes recalibrate. Honestly, like you do lose that perspective that you first came to a relationship with, and you're like, this is awful. And like you said, I think that's a great point because not everyone prioritizes the taste of food. I'll put that kindly. You know what I'm saying? Like food taste isn't important for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So if it is important for you, I think you should get someone that's also important for as well. I mean, the fact that she's eager to cook for you is a little, annoying because it's like, yo, how do you get
Really,
around
yeah.
it? Like, how do you tell her to stop? You know, like, how do you tell her to stop trying to impress you with her cooking?
And that
Yeah.
was my point. Like, if she's trying and you're honest with her, she might actually improve. But like, she's got to be willing to improve in that area, and you've got to be willing to like try different things. Like, this can work if two people are honest with each other and trying to make those improvements. But if she's just like not getting there, and that's going to be a problem for you, then I think you should cut your losses, because this is going to be a problem for the rest of your life, and this is an unnecessary problem because there are plenty of people who can cook and are also bad.
And also, just to piggyback on Ty's what he said, you should not be in a relationship with someone who you can't be honest with. And like, if you don't like somebody's food, I feel like that's an easy conversation to have, because I have to eat this.
No, you don't.
Forever.
You don't have to eat it.
But I'm saying, like, it's one of those things
You
you're
just
expecting
be
me
going
to eat.
out.
Like, I have to be honest with you. Like, I don't like the taste of it. Like, I have to be honest with you, because the expectation is for me to eat this if I'm not honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, you just learn how to cook. You can cook. You learn how to cook. You be the cook of the family. It's not all.
But you also need to know why I'm doing it, though. You need to know that.
And
I'm
that was kind of my point.
Not that she
You
always
saying-
wants to cook. It's not like it's like a thing where she's okay with not cooking. Like, she wants to cook.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing where you're like, oh, well, then I'll just be the cook. So for some people, that's okay with them. But for others, they're going to resent her for that. They're going to be angry at her for that. And so again, those are the things. This issue is not going away. So you have to decide if this is something, if this is one of your deal breakers. If it's one of your deal breakers, then break it off. And if it's not one of your deal breakers, then move forward. But just understand that this situation is likely not to improve.
Well, I can say this, right? I can say this about my family dynamic. We have family members that can't cook, like in our family. So they're the ones that make the salad, stuff like that. Like, no, don't you touch nothing on the stove. You just go in the
All my aunties could cook. I'm not
refrigerator and make the salad. Yeah, you lying, because you lying now. You're not telling the truth. Because you know the aunt that can't cook. Don't act like you don't know, because you know.
Well, we would like to know. Tell
you
the
can't cook.
Thanksgiving's gonna be fun for y'all. Let us know who it is, so I can send.
Right before Thanksgiving, we're gonna get on here and say this. Okay.
Oh, what? I don't have no problem telling. My aunt been making salads for 45 years, bro. So ain't nothing different.
Well, at least she knows. Though.
knows.
This lady doesn't know. That's what they're saying. Like, this person does not know. They don't think that they have.
Because nobody informed her. Like, look, lady, you bring the soda, the cups, the ice. Don't bring nothing else. You don't touch nothing else over here.
That's wild.
You bring salad dressing, salad, tomatoes, stuff like that you can't mess up.
Cranberry sauce?
Yeah. Well, we don't eat cranberry sauce in the house anyway. So
we don't. We black.
You know how that goes. Yeah, we don't.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving to all, and to all a good night. Ty.
First of all, we want to thank you for sending us your question.
All season long.
Allowed us to have very engaging conversations about everyday issues, and we really appreciate that. So continue to send us your questions at brotalklive.com, www.blah-blah-blah/questions. Jason.
So press record and let you feel me.
All right. So this week in what was this? Clips. The Clips. Shout out to the Clips. They got a lot of Grammy nominations, by the way. But this week in Clips, we're going to go back to a few that we have to finish up. So this is kind of a recap, not a recap, but we have a few to settle, because we had a couple of weeks this season where we had clips that were tied, right? So we had, we wanted to put two through a couple of times this season. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to iron this out while we have, 4 people here to iron this out. I'm not going to vote. So it's going to be between you three. You guys tell me what's moving forward to the BroTalk Awards. These are clips we've all seen before. Well, maybe not Eric, because he wasn't on the full season, but these are clips we've seen before, and we're just going to clean up to see which one of these 4 moves on. Okay? Got it? Okay. And I'm also going to play kind of a little bit of context around our first reaction the first time we saw these. So the first one we have up is, let's go with Poodle. Next up, we have a woman who was trying to get a dog onto an airplane, but the dog seemed a little too big for the airport carrier.
So she has to fit fully, and she has to have room to move as well. Yeah. No, I just need to see it. So you can't fly like that, is what I'm saying. The dog has to be able to move a full circle, which she cannot do in that carrier. She went completely around in the circle. Ma'am, she's trying to. She just did. She's trying to. You even said it right now, she cannot. She just But did. You just even said it. You even admitted she cannot. Yes, she can. You just said it, she can't though. Yes. So therefore, yes, I said she could. So therefore, I am the supervisor on duty. That dog is probably too big to fit in the carrier. To be in a carrier, smushed in the carrier like that. Do you have a bigger carrier that someone can bring you? This is the biggest carrier that we allow. So there is a little bit more ones that are stand up a little bit more than that. That's why she can go.
She's gonna fly that dog on that plane across the country.
Smushed. No, she
Smushed.
wasn't. Smushed. No, she wasn't.
What do you mean? No, she wasn't. She gonna let the dog
No,
out.
she wasn't. That lady, as soon as she got on that plane, she was gonna let that dog run free. That's what she wanted to do. She never intended for that dog to be in that carrier. This is why at the beginning of the dog's head was popped out, because the dog, even at the beginning, the dog was like, "What you putting me under? You know I don't go on this." That dog was gonna run up on that owl like it owns the place. I'm telling you, that's what she wanted to do.
I know right. First class licking Dex's face.
Because you know what? We don't play that up here. As soon as that dog would have came up my way, they would have been like, "Hey, look, do you want to fly or do you want to be eaten?" And that dog would have went on back to the back where it belonged. This is why that lady had so much time to talk to her. That lady was group 9. You see, there was nobody around her. She was the last person to get on
She was in board group F.
Group 9 is crazy.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Group 9 is insane.
You know what I realized watching that clip?
What?
I am funny. Oh my god, I am funny.
Wow. I had the exact same reaction, the exact same words, without remembering that's what I said. I'm like, smush, like smushing that dog inside that carrier. Like, we'll see. She was funny, but
that was a good, why didn't that go forward? That was a good clip.
It was tight.
A lot of funny stuff.
All right. Next up, we have Splits was another one which was tied on another episode. What? Here we go.
Yeah, I cannot believe that shit.
It upsets me that she didn't keep going because you had it. You just had to just keep going. Like, look, at first you don't succeed, you keep going. Even when you hit the ground, you should have kept making it bounce. Like, you should have done
that. Right. She has a concussion. She can't. She has a concussion, bro. Did you see the way her head bounced up off of that floor?
All right, that was Splits. Number 3, we have Car. This woman went.
Yo, the bitch just shit on her car.
You did that, and you got back in your car without wiping yourself, sat in that seat, and drove yourself home.
She knew she was
doing. That's a nasty one.
That's definitely nasty work.
And this ain't the first time you've done this.
Ew.
That was in Philadelphia. Like, Ty, that was here.
Was it?
Yeah.
I've seen that before, so when I didn't see myself in the episode, I took like shot.
Next up is Turquoise Pants. Last but not least, we got one more. This one's called Haymakers.
happening on the ground behind them?
That was
They was on there,
UFC 303.
they was on there wrestling.
Amanda Nunez was over there kicking that girl's ass.
Look,
can you hear it again? It was too much going on. I got to focus on something different.
Amanda Nunez is on that floor giving turquoise pants the business.
No, that one was fun.
I think I'm going turquoise pants. That's the one I'm gonna put through.
I'm putting that through. That was the best one in the clip.
The first one, the dog.
That was a couple.
Oh yeah.
That was a couples fight. That was good.
You going with turquoise pants, Eric?
Oh, but I like the lady head bouncing off the floor too, though. But
all right, we need to have two people on one of them. So it's between turquoise pants and poodle.
I'll go with turquoise pants.
All right, turquoise pants is the one going through to the BroTalk Live. We got one more. This one's called Haymakers.
What was happening on the ground behind them?
That was
UFC 303.
They was on there wrestling.
Amanda Nunez was over there kicking that girl's ass.
Look,
can you hear it again? It was too much going on. I got to focus on something different.
Amanda Nunez is on that floor giving turquoise pants the business. All right, that's moving forward to the BroTalk Live Awards, which I have an announcement to make. It will be December the 16th at big news here, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Prime time. We're creeping into prime time. We're going to creep into prime time for the BroTalk Live Awards, December 16th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Does that work for you? You didn't respond to the text earlier, so I'm asking you live here.
Am I getting a special birthday tribute? Is that what's happening?
Is that your birthday?
The 17th.
Oh, that was not your birthday then. Like, come on. Okay, we'll give you.
Oh, the day before. Oh, excuse me.
If we show up, then we'll see what we can do.
I want a crown.
Okay.
Order it and put it on. What you mean you want a crown? Pick it up.
I'm sure you have enough crowns around your house. You have enough gaudy furniture in your possession. So yeah, if you have never watched the BroTalk Awards, it's a great show. It is pretty much a year-end tribute to everything that's happened throughout the year. We give out awards for numerous things like Stunt of the Year, Person of the Year, Seat of the Year, where we seat someone, the person who's been the most annoying moment of the year, viral moment of the year. We have a ton of things, a ton of awards that we give out throughout the year. We've been doing this. I think this might be the 10th annual at this point. I'll have to check the records. But stay tuned to our Instagram channel at BroTalk Live for more information and all of the graphics and stuff like that as they come out over the next couple of weeks. We will have a nomination special that will be on the 1st, probably be just me and Dex, where we go through the nominees with you, because like we see Ty confirming. Where we're go through the nominees. So if you want to pop in, feel free to. It is a completely non-formal show, something that we have fun doing every year. But the BroTalk Awards will be live December 16th, 2025. You guys excited? Dex, you excited? Dex? Yes.
What did you say?
I said, are you excited?
It went out. Oh yeah, I'm excited. But you like went right out, and I was like, maybe if I just say nothing. It's like when you be on Zoom, it'll be like
saw it, and you look crazy.
Yeah, you did. Thanks for wrapping that up nicely.
I had to know what he said.
It's always.
And here we go.
That's it, I'm the man. Trying man, not the favors. Sticking with the plan. Wanna take you on a journey, show you how it's done. Dexter's in the house, let's have some fun.
He's thrilled to have Dexter Does It. Look at him.
Now you see it. All right, guys. So Dexter Does It is the part of the show, if this is your first time watching it, where Dexter does something. Like, I come up with something, I give you guys a hot take, or I try something, or give you guys
Who is
hack.
Dexter, by the way? Let's start with that. Who is Dexter?
The one. Dexter's the one. Dexter's world. Dexter is an enigma, if you will.
Ooh.
And today,
A former member of Patty and the Millennials, a former millennial.
I still love it. Oh, there's a new episode of Patty and the Millennials coming out tomorrow, actually.
Oh, what y'all talking about?
Okay. It's about the holidays or something like that. I don't remember what it is. But yeah, it's still going. Still going strong.
Old and the older.
2026, guys, we have a lot of exciting news to tell you about BroTalk and other projects that I have going on. Like, we're going to have a good year.
Okay.
Now, when Dexter Does It, before that was the name of it, there was a segment that I would do, and I would call it Two Truths and a Lie, right?
Yes,
and as Dexter's BS Report it was called, and I used to do Two Truths and a Lie, and it's one of my favorite things to do, and I'm going to do a Two Truths and a Lie holiday edition. So I'm going to say 3 stories. 2 of these stories are true. 1 of these stories is false, and it's up to these guys and you guys to let me know like what's true and what's the lie.
Lock in, because this is when we normally doze off, but go ahead and lock in.
Okay. So Singles Day, which is celebrated today, November 11th, has topped Amazon Prime Day and Black Friday in sales revenue.
That's some BS.
In Louisiana, you cannot charge a person a debt on December 25th. It has to be pushed back to December 26th or later. And then lastly, it is illegal in Cleveland, Ohio to holiday creep, which is the act of putting up holiday merchandise before December 1st.
Oh, absolutely. I think number 1 is a lie. The last 2 are the truths.
Number
Ty?
1.
I think the last one is a lie.
What'd you say, Ty?
I think the last one is a lie.
Last one's a lie. Jason, you said the first one's a lie. And Eric?
Well, we don't care nothing about Cleveland, so I'm gonna care. I'll say the first one's a lie.
All right, so you guys think that Singles Day has not replaced Amazon Prime Day and Black Friday as far as in revenue, and that is incorrect. Singles Day has beat Amazon Prime Day and Black Friday in revenue, and it's focused on experiences. The lie was that in Cleveland, Ohio, it is illegal to holiday creep, which is the act of putting up holiday merchandise before December 1st. So apparently you can put up the holiday merchandise in October like everybody else is. And that has been Dexter Does It for the season.
Okay, there we go. Thanks.
Well, I got that right. I thought that was a
You
lie.
did.
Awesome.
So I got it wrong? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you got it wrong.
All right. Thanks, guys. Do we have anything that we want to say before we're out? What I want to say is that thank you guys for tuning in this year. It's been a great year of growth. Thanks for all the people on TikTok who have discovered us this year. Tremendous addition to our social media fleet as the TikTok fam. So I really appreciate you guys. And thanks to everybody who's watching on Twitter as well, or X, I should say. And it's not Twitter anymore, even though, look, I'm still calling it Twitter. I don't know what y'all expect from
everybody else.
Like, yeah, it's not going to change. But thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it this year. But make sure you tell somebody about us. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to us on all of our channels. So we have channels on X, we have channels on Instagram, we have channels on TikTok, we have channels on Facebook. Please just do us a favor and subscribe to all of those. And watch our shorts when they come out on YouTube as well.
And
BroTalk. Yes, and the podcast. Exactly. Sorry, Dex. Spotify, Apple Music, and any other podcast platform that you like. We really would appreciate if you guys would subscribe to us on all of those things as a holiday present for the free content that we labor over each and every week. Season's greetings to everybody. Do you guys have any announcements to give before we head out? Ty, this is going to be the last time we see you until the 16th. If you have anything, let us know. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I do realize that you will not see me. I might be at the nomination special. Don't 100% count me out, but I would like for you to count me out just a little bit.
Okay.
But we do appreciate you all. I think we gained a lot of fans this.
It's been amazing.
It's been a lot. There's been a lot of online. I'm famous for not engaging with people online, but I do see the comments and appreciate them, although I'm not engaging with you. It's just a
Eric,
rule of mine. I don't.
Anything you want to announce before the nominations or the awards?
No, I do have to. There is something I'll talk about when we have the actual award show. So guys, please tune in for that. I'm really excited about it. And outside of that, just thank you guys for watching and tuning in with us.
Eric, we're wearing suit and tie for the award, so dress accordingly.
You know that's not going. You know that ain't happening. But the only thing I want to say, I want to thank y'all for inviting me onto y'all show, man, and making me a part of y'all family, man.
And let's give a big shout out to Eric. I think Eric was phenomenal this season, especially during the DMZ segments.
100%.
Yeah, you were great, except that 1 week where
it was a couple weeks. One was
a great addition to the team. And Eric, always really appreciate you showing up and showing out every single week.
Oh man. Yeah, I think, like I just said, man, I appreciate y'all, man, for inviting me into y'all show, man, and making me a part of y'all show. It's really been a great experience, man. Thank y'all.
All right, for Dex, for Ty, for Will, who's still a part of the show, and Eric, this has been an edition of BroTalk Live. Happy holidays, and we will see you guys December 1st for the nomination special and the 16th for the BroTalk Live Awards. Peace out.